While anime audiences sometimes love to see villains win, some of them meet deaths that are welcomed with great rejoicing. Be they from shonen series like Bleach and Full Metal Alchemist, or dramas like Death Note or Ghost in the Shell, anime has plenty of truly despicable folk who get what they deserve. Whether it's because of their pettiness, arrogance, or just plain nastiness, the best villains drive viewers up the wall. This only makes the payoff that much sweeter when they get their comeuppance. These villains in particular are infamous for their death, thanks to the poetic justice, the catharsis, or just the pure style in which they meet their ends. The first death of Sailor Grants from anime Bleach. A combination of sleaze and smugness, Bleach's Sailor indulged in torturing his enemies while surviving every attack. It was extremely cathartic, then, to see his composure break down under the clinical eye of Soul Society's own devious Mayuri Karatsuchi. As their fight wore on, Mayuri showed that he had already long anticipated the Arrancar's every trick. For his finishing touch, the Shinigami paralyzed Sailor with a sense-accelerating drug. After watching him toy with the heroes with impunity, it was only fitting that Sailor's final moments were in agony, as he desperately begged for his mind to realize his body had died. The second death of Kazundo Guda from anime Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex second gig. Standalone Complex's second season pitted Section 9 against a villainous duo, Hideo Kyu's and Guda. But while Kyu's was genuinely charismatic, Guda was just a slimy bureaucrat who secretly inflamed social unrest to literally nuclear levels just to massage his inferiority complex and prove his cleverness. It was deliciously ironic, then, that he died from his success. His assassination at the hands of Major Kusanagi was enabled by a signed document announcing that his skills were too valuable to allow him to leave Japan alive. In the end, Guda got his recognition and the consequences that went with it. The third death of Count Cagliostro from anime Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro. While Hayao Miyazaki would eventually create much more morally complex characters in his future movies, Count Cagliostro, who appears in his directorial debut, is an old-school villain. Smarmy, power-hungry, and undeservedly rich, the Count used brute force to menace the cast in search of yet more wealth. Karma finally bites back when Lupin finally tells him where the secret treasure is. After kicking the thief and the heroine off a clock tower for good measure, unlocking the treasure's location winds up crushing him in the process, leaving him dead from materialism, while the birthright is returned to the rightful owner. The fourth death of Enrico Maxwell from anime Hellsing. Despite being tasked by the Vatican to fight monsters, all Maxwell really wanted was more political power and prestige. It culminates in his decision to have crusaders burn down London and its innocents, rather than fight the literal Nazi vampires, in God's name. Thankfully, Alucard's return and reveal of his ultimate power rips Maxwell's army apart, along with his power high, leaving the Archbishop trapped in a glass box amid a zombie horde. Maxwell ultimately pays for his pride and lust for power by dying more helpless than ever against a true force of nature, abandoned by his disgusted allies. The fifth death of Kariya Kajitoki from anime Samurai Champloo. Despite only appearing near the end of Samurai Champloo, Kajitoki completely stole the show, especially when it's revealed that he was responsible for ruining two of the three main characters' lives, and was now out to finish the job. Unfortunately, his swordsmanship made him completely unbeatable in a straight fight, giving him the freedom to be condescendingly polite while he slowly chased the heroes down to kill at leisure. Thankfully, he finally met his match against Jean. After giving viewers one final fantastically choreographed sword fight, the Ronin kills Kajitoki with a surprise attack, and the samurai crumples with a grimace of confusion. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, put a like and subscribe to the channel.